Dear rockers, how are you all? Today we're bringing you a heartwarming and touching feel-good South Korean film released in 2021, a movie no one should miss. In the hilly regions of South Korea, there's a small village with no proper road or train station. Yes, a train does pass nearby, but it doesn't stop since the village has no station. Because of this, villagers walk on the railway tracks to reach the next station, risking their lives to get to the city and back. But one day, something happens in this village, a miracle that shocks everyone. And this movie isn't just any story. It's based on real events. It's feel-good, emotional, and in our view, a 5-star film. So don't miss it. Watch till the end, and please like and share so we can keep bringing you such amazing movie explanations. The story begins in a school where a boy named Jung is looking at drawings of stars and constellations with great interest. Curious, Jung is very passionate about astronomy. He has an older sister named Boy Young, who also studies at the same school. Her friend asks, "You're finishing 12th grade. Where do you plan to go for college?" But Boy Young replies, "I won't go to college because my dad can't afford both my college fees and Jung's school fees. My brother is a math genius. I want him to succeed." Actually, Jung has recently won a school math competition and received a beautiful trophy. Boy Young came along for the ceremony. Jung is truly a math prodigy. His mind processes numbers incredibly fast. He can solve advanced problems well beyond his age in seconds. Now the brother and sister take the train back to their village. Fellow villagers on the same train congratulate Jung and tell him, "You must study in Seoul and make our village proud." Their village is on a mountain with no station, so they must get off at the previous stop and walk along the tracks back home. As if that wasn't risky enough, they also pass through tunnels, where if a train comes, it becomes life-threatening. On top of that, they must cross narrow railway bridges on foot, an even greater danger. Everyone gets off at the last station and walks on the tracks. As they reach a bridge, they feel it trembling, meaning a train is coming fast through the tunnel. So they quickly move to one side of the bridge to stay safe. Yes, their daily life is full of such dangers. Now the story jumps ahead 6 years. Jung is much older now. He's writing a letter to the president. "My name is Jung, and this is the 52nd letter I've written to you. Our village is called Bongjun Tree. Because we don't have a railway station, the villagers risk their lives daily walking on the railway tracks. Even children go to school like this. Please help us. Please build a railway station in our village." So far, Jung has already written and sent 51 letters to the president. Jung is now in high school, getting ready for school. His sister Boy Young tells him, "It's very cold. Wear your sweater." To reach school, they have to leave home by 3 a.m. Their father is a train driver who runs a train near their village. He rarely comes home and usually stays at a station near the city. He and a friend operate the train together. Boy Young and Jung start walking on the tracks again, because they have no other option. Jung listens closely with his ear on the rail to check if a train is coming. After listening, Jung tells Boy Young, "Sister, no train is coming. We can go freely." Relieved. Then he starts walking through the tunnel with Boy Young. Normal. And if a train comes, they will have to jump to the side and sit down until the train passes. Worried. After crossing about 3 tunnels and 3 bridges, they finally reach the nearby railway station. Tired. By the time they arrive, the sun has risen. Bright. Their father lives at this station. Normal. Boy Young waves at him, but he shows no reaction at all. He seems to have no concern for his children. Sad. They board the train that he drives and begin their journey. Neutral. Then their father's friend comes and gives Jung money for his school fees. Helpful. He says, "Son, don't misunderstand your father. He might seem grumpy, but he has a good heart. Don't take him the wrong way." Caring. Jung replies, "Okay, uncle, I never think badly of him." Calm. Then Jung gets off at a station, drinks hot coffee, and rides a bicycle to school. Routine. Only after so much effort and time does he reach school every day. Imagine how hard it must be. Sympathetic. Boy Young came with Jung today because he's joining high school and there's a ceremony. Supportive. Since Jung arrives late, he goes straight to the prayer spot on his bicycle. Hurried. He parks it to the side and joins the prayer. Focused. In Jung's class, there's a girl named Song. Normal. She looks at him and senses that he is not like others. There's something special about him. Curious. After the ceremony, students are given flower bouquets and their photos are taken. Happy. Jung poses with Boy Young, but the photographer says, "Why don't you stand straight? What kind of pose is that?" Confused. Jung replies, "What's wrong with this pose? It's good. I'll take the photo like this. Please click it." Playful. And the photographer clicks the picture in that same pose. Smiling. A few days pass. Time passing. One day, there's an exam, but Jung arrives late again, because as you know, getting from home to school is very difficult. Tired. There are only 15 minutes left before the exam ends. Tense. But since Jung is brilliant at math and solving problems is easy for him, he finishes the entire exam in just 10 minutes. Amazing. Song is shocked. How can he solve problems so fast? Surprised. She tells her friend, "Jung must be a genius. You'll see." Impressed. Her friend asks, "How do you know he's a genius?"
Then I rolled up a piece of paper and put it in his ear. Instead of scratching it with the same side hand, he twisted his other hand from behind his head to scratch his ear. He's different. One day I asked him to show his hand. He didn't show it normally, but bent his fingers like he had some disorder. He does everything in a completely unique way. That means he's a genius, right? Her friend is shocked at this kind of analysis. In the next scene, Jung is in the library. Song sits across from him and starts staring at him. Wherever Jung goes, Song follows. Finally, Jung gets annoyed and asks, "What do you want from me?" Song replies, "I don't want anything. I just want to know." Song sees Jung posting a letter in a postbox. Since he posts a letter every day, she thinks maybe he has a girlfriend whom he writes to daily. She tells her friend about it out, and they both check Jung's bag. They find a letter addressed to the president. Just then, Jung arrives and snatches the letter from them. After school, Jung reaches home late at night. His father's standing outside, but completely ignores Jung and walks inside. Later, they sit together to eat dinner. Jung's father is angry because Jung doesn't want to leave the village and move to the station town with him. His father doesn't like the village. It has no proper facilities. That's why they often argue. The next day on the way to school, Jung meets Song. She says, "If you write 'Dear President,' how will he ever reply? I'll teach you how to write an official letter. My dad is a politician after all." And she walks away. This gives Jung a new hope. If her dad is a politician, maybe it'll be easier to president. He immediately goes to learn how to write a letter, teaching all around different places, as if they're on a date. She says, "Draw me." Jung doesn't know how to draw, so he draws her like a cartoon. He asks, "Why are you making me draw instead of teaching the letter?" She replies, "To teach you, I need to get in the mood, so just draw quietly." Slowly, they begin to bond. Eventually, Song starts teaching Jung how to write the letter properly. Young writes a good letter to the president and posts it. Song also posts a letter and says, "This way the president will be doubly affected." Then Young says, "I have to go now. Every day I listen for train vibrations on the tracks and warn people if a train is coming. Otherwise, people will keep walking on the tracks and get into danger." Song says, "You're a genius. Why don't you make a device that alerts people even when you're not there?" Young thinks, "Why didn't this idea come to me earlier?" He rushes home and starts building a device. Bo Young asks, "What are you doing, brother?" Young replies, "You'll see it tomorrow." Young draws a symbol for his system. Bo Young laughs. "This doesn't look like a walking symbol. It looks like someone flying with arms spread out." Young says, "Maybe it looks like that to you, but the villagers will understand it means walk." He builds a traffic signal. The next day, he takes villagers to the railway track and explains, "This is connected to the railway track. When a train is coming, it senses the vibration and the pointer stops at this symbol. It means stop and don't walk on the track." As